Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 11 starts now.
Good evening. The communities of Ridgecrest and Terranea in recovery mode tonight after back-to-back record-breaking earthquakes.
Experts say those quakes caused about $1 billion in damage, and tonight President Trump has approved an emergency declaration for the city of Ridgecrest. Governor Gavin Newsom also declared a state of emergency in Kern County due to those 4.5 and 7.1 earthquakes. President Trump saying the federal aid will help restore those damaged communities. The shakeups caused several homes to catch fire, damaged water mains, and prompted evacuations, but thankfully no one was seriously hurt. Officials say Saracoso Community College has suffered significant damages and classes are being impacted. While first responders have been working around the clock to bring some relief to people affected by the earthquakes, all people want to do is return back to their normal lives.
We have no gas, no water. The power was going on and off. In fact, since we've been here, I don't know if they have power. And then there's some really good friends of mine that their house was red flagged. They can't even go back in it. So we have people that don't even have anywhere to live now.
Back here in Bakersfield, thousands of people have been stocking up on emergency supplies in case yet another major earthquake strikes again. Several stores around town have reported shortages of bottled water. Costco has started limiting people to buying only 4 cases at a time.
New developments tonight. A liquor store that was hit twice by the recent earthquakes is now back open for business. The owners of East Ridge Liquor telling 23 ABC that the items that spilled onto the floor Friday evening have now been picked up. Numerous items were destroyed and unusable following Friday and the quake on Thursday. The liquor store featured in many videos that went viral online. Despite being severely hit during the quakes and working to clean up, they were one of only a handful of businesses that remained open all night on both Thursday and Friday to help provide people with anything they needed. They only closed for a short while today to finish that cleanup efforts.
Frustration in Terranea, a small community just outside Ridgecrest, hit hard by the record-setting quakes. Many residents saying they are feeling left in the dark and ignored. The small community of Terranea of about 2,000 people rationing their limited supplies of essentials today. Residents are still without running water, and frustrations among people are reaching a tipping point. In the aftermath of the double hard-hitting quakes rocking the small town outside of Ridgecrest, residents say their county failed them. Community members say it was not until Sunday that county officials responded to the hard-hit area.
For the first couple of days, we were basically on our own as far as taking care of the community and getting waters and food supplies and any sort of emergency supplies out here.
We pay taxes, we do what we have to do to fund our county, and when we need our county the most, they haven't been here.
Terranea did lose power, but it is now restored. However, massive cracks are still rippled throughout the roads. Brick chimneys are toppled and the infrastructure of homes are knocked down. There are 4 water distribution centers across the Searles Valley for residents who are in need. Behavioral health is also available at Terranea High School for emotional support from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Officials are warning that some people may be cashing in on folks during this time of need during a disaster. They're asking people to report incidents of price gouging. Price gouging is the practice of increasing prices for items such as gas, shelter, water, or food when the items become scarce during emergencies. Some stores charging $10 or more for a bottle of water reportedly. The state law makes it illegal to raise prices more than 10% on essential items after an emergency declaration. If you feel you've been the victim of price gouging, you can report it to the Attorney General's office. 1-800-952-5225 is the number you should call. And Ridgecrest officials reminding everyone impacted by the quake to check their homes and businesses for possible structural damage. If you suspect your home or business has been damaged by the quake, you're encouraged to call the number 1-760-499-5083. That number is on your screen right now. You can also make reports online through email, quakedamage@ridgecrest-ca.gov. Ridgecrest police say the city has set up a task force of inspectors to review conditions. Well, if you are a current or retired civil engineer, the city of Ridgecrest is asking for your help tonight to help assess damage caused by last week's earthquakes. The city is asking for engineers and general contractors for their help to screen and evaluate phone calls from people living in Terranea and Ridgecrest regarding those potential damages to their homes and to help prioritize their inspections. People who are currently working or retired are welcome to lend a hand And if you're an engineer or contractor, you could call the number on your screen, 1-530-457-7232.
And the Ridgecrest Police Department announced there will be a local assistance center set up at the Kerr-McGee Evacuation Center from Thursday, July 11th through Saturday, July 13th. Kerr-McGee is located at 100 West California Avenue. The LAC will be available from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. The LAC provides a single facility where people, families, and businesses can access available disaster assistance programs and services. There will be state, county, and local agencies that will be there to assist and provide information to everyone who has been affected by the earthquakes. Police say also at the Kerr-McGee Center, according to Ridgecrest Police, a volunteer veterinary team has now set up and is functional at the Red Cross shelter inside. The volunteers will be treating animals of every sort, not only with injury care, but also those whose illnesses could be made worse by stress. They will also be able to prescribe, dispense appropriate sedatives to animals who were terrorized and tried to flee during the quakes. If you're in need of a house call or farm visit, you can call 1-310-808-5943 to schedule one. The Kern County Fire Department is reminding everyone tonight the importance of being prepared for disaster, earthquake, or otherwise, emphasizing two different apps that can be a lifeline in an emergency. The first app is the Ready Kern Alert System. It's a local system designed to notify you if there's a safety concern here in Kern County. If you download the app, you will receive emergency voice and text messages. We have a direct link where you can sign up for the emergency alerts on our website, turn223.com. Another app you can use is Smart 911. This local app can help provide valuable information to emergency crews like allergies, pets, disabilities, and other details that are valuable in a disaster situation. Both apps can be used in events of earthquakes, severe weather, fires, or floods.
And the Kern County Board of Supervisors will hold a special meeting tomorrow at their chambers in downtown Bakersfield. At the meeting, supervisors expected to proclaim a state emergency within the county and to discuss the state and federal emergency declarations as well. That special meeting regarding the earthquakes will be held tomorrow at 2 p.m. at their chambers on Truxtun Avenue.
And we continue to track the aftershocks from that 7.1 earthquake that rocked the Mojave Desert on Friday. So most of these aftershocks happening right in that region. So all these white dots that you are seeing, well, in the past 24 hours, there have been nearly 100 earthquakes that have happened, ranging in magnitudes from 2.5 up to 3.9 was the highest. That was early this morning, but you can see that these will be continuing to happen over the next several days. Now, officials from the USGS are saying that there is less than a 1% chance of an earthquake that has a magnitude of 7.1 or higher will happen, but most of the earthquakes that we will be seeing are going to be in this region that we were feeling today. So officials are saying make sure that you drop, cover, and hold on if there is another earthquake in your region, and we will be continuing to track these as they happen over the next several days.
And we have complete continuing coverage on the earthquakes with the latest information from authorities, experts, and local officials, both on air and on our website. You can also find it on our social media platforms. There you can see pictures, videos of the damage, and also stay updated on the recovery efforts. If you don't have our app, you can download it for free to receive those push alerts about possible aftershocks and other necessary information. You can also stay up to date through our streaming platforms, Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Alexa.
Coming up, the new piece of legislation heading to the governor's desk, changing protocol for use of force by law enforcement.
And helping those in need after the quakes, how a local animal rescue bringing joy and comfort to people and pets in Ridgecrest. Allison?
And below seasonal temperatures are only sticking around for a few more days. I have more details on a big warm up this weekend coming up next.
Today, the California Senate sent the governor legislation to tighten the rules for when officers can open fire on suspects. Senators voted nearly unanimously to approve the bill, AB 392. If signed into law, it would give California one of the tightest laws in the nation regulating police use of force. It passed after supporters and police reached a compromise in the state assembly 6 weeks ago. Governor Gavin Newsom is expected to sign the measure, which he previously endorsed. AB 392 will only allow an an officer to use lethal force based on the totality of the circumstance, but it defines necessary as when officers or the public face an imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm. The bill would also require evaluating an officer's conduct before and after deadly force to determine if the officer used de-escalation techniques as an alternative. Officials say the determinations would still depend on what the officer knew at the time of the shooting and the totality of circumstances.
The Census citizenship case has taken a new turn as the Trump administration files new paperwork to change lawyers. Justice Department leaders say the case is now moving to a new team of a civil division lawyer. It's a sign President Trump is stepping up his fight to add the question. Last month, the Supreme Court blocked that question. Since then, President Trump said he's considering using executive action. Critics say the question is a way to punish communities with immigrants communities in them. There, the census helps determine congressional representation and electoral votes.
This moment of human kindness is sponsored by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Well, since the earthquakes last week, dozens have been coming together to help those in need. In tonight's moment of Hello, human kindness, a local animal rescue in Ridgecrest helping people and their pets heal. Take a look. Zach Scow, along with other volunteers from Marley's Mutts, brought along their therapy dogs from their Miracle Mutts program and headed to Ridgecrest over the weekend, posting this video on social media. They attended the Ridgecrest Town Hall, also visiting the evacuation centers, letting people in need find comfort with their animals. They also handed out supplies. We have more information on the Marley's Mutts and the Miracle Mutts program on our website, turn23.com.
And that's not the only act of human kindness happening. This Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m., Salty's Barbecue is planning to hold a Ridgecrest Strong Night. Salty's is located at 6801 White Lane in Southwest Bakersfield. There will be drinks, food, a car show, live music, and more, all to collect donations and items for those impacted by the earthquakes. Here are some of those items people are being asked to bring to donate at Salty's on Thursday. It includes non-perishable canned food, toiletries, baby food, diapers, and more. We have a full list available on our website, turn23.com. And of course, we love highlighting human kindness stories like these. So if you or someone you know has done a kind thing for others, let us know on our website, turn23.com. Click on the Hello Human Kindness link, and there you can submit your story idea and look at all of our other stories.
Well, today a special casting call held in Bakersfield looking for kids who are not afraid to share what they think on camera. Producers from Kids Say The Darndest things here in Bakersfield, holding open auditions at Flight Fit and Fun on Buck Owens Boulevard. One of the producers telling us today they specifically wanted to come to Bakersfield to find a child for the show because our area far removed from LA and Hollywood.
You know what? It's outside of LA, which is always great. We're going to get the kids that are not, should I say, actory, but more down to earth, live in a more normalized environment, if you will, and because they're not exposed to opportunities like this, it's a great place to come and get great kids for the show.
Yeah. I think that producer wants to move to Bakersfield. Well, if your child missed today's open casting call, you can still have a chance to find a link right now on our website, turn23.com. He hit all the things. It's better up here. It's good people. He's down to earth. Yeah.
Yes, he knows. He's got a real feel on the community.
The vibe.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in 23 ABC's Allison Gargaro. Very down to earth, especially with our forecast.
Oh yeah, it's feeling very nice. It felt good this afternoon and even this evening. Clear skies and temperatures already in the 70s right now, so that is down from what we were feeling this time yesterday. And temperatures today were below average and below that 100-degree mark. A high of 99 degrees today in Ridgecrest, 95 in California City, 92 for us here in Bakersfield, and down in those upper 70s in Fraser Park and Tehachapi. And you can expect temperatures like this to continue as we head into your Tuesday, as our latest low pressure system has made its way over the Pacific Northwest, bringing some showers into Idaho as well as up in Montana. And that low pressure system continues to move to our east, bringing showers to our north. That is bringing a fresh onshore flow actually to central California, but this dry, hot weather is going to be continuing to move into the region as we head into the later portion of the week. So what we are tracking is winds increasing tomorrow afternoon in our mountain and desert cities. They could be seeing wind gusts anywhere from 15 up to 30 miles per hour. And the western portion of the valley does have the chance to see some blowing dust. So just make sure that you are watching out for that if you are driving to and from work tomorrow. Now, as for air quality, is going to stay in the moderate range. We are going to have an AQI of 80 tomorrow, but due to this fresh onshore flow, that's going to create nice conditions tomorrow morning, maybe to walk the dog at 8 a.m. Temperatures will be in the low 70s, and as for tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be in those low to mid 90s here in the valley. Up in the Kern River Valley, they are going to be in the upper 80s, and then low 80s, upper 70s in the South Mountains in areas like Fraser Park and Pine Mountain Club. And our desert city is going to be staying below that triple-digit mark as well. 98 as a high in Ridgecrest, 91 in Mojave. But as for temperatures for the rest of the week, well, by Wednesday, we are going to be right on track with average, and then the warming trend is only going to continue as we head into the weekend. The first day of the triple digits will be on Friday for this week. Looks like the warmest day with the high of 105 on Saturday, and it looks like this could actually be our second heat wave of the season, continuing into early next week. Thankfully, those temperatures are going to be staying in the low 100s, but if you could believe it, today a high of 92 degrees. This time last year, a high of 102. So thankfully, we're holding up the triple digits for a little bit longer, but the mountains are going to be feeling nice as well for the next few days.
That may need to be the escape once all of those triple digits hit us.
I think so, yeah.
That is how you can.
Exactly.
What's going on in sports?
Well, in sports, we're going to take a look at a Bakersfield native and all-around Cali boy, Tyrone Wallace, who's found a new home in the NBA, plus the highlights from the Home Run Derby and its winner coming up next. Welcome back to 23 ABC Sports. The Los Angeles Clippers made a lot of moves this weekend, including adding Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. But Bakersfield product Tyrone Wallace found himself on the waivers. Not for long, because today Wallace has been claimed by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The BHS grad was the 60th pick in the 2016 draft, who earned a spot on the Clippers roster these past 2 seasons. And throughout those years, he averaged 60 minutes per game and 5.5 points per game coming off the bench. And he'll bring some of that energy to the Timberwolves bench. But this will also be just the second time he suits up outside of his home state of California, having played ball at Bakersfield High, then the University of Cal, then being drafted by the Utah Jazz before joining those Clippers. But glad to see him landing on another team. Well, kicking off the MLB All-Star break was a 2019 Home Run Derby in Cleveland. The winner went to Mets rookie Pete Alonso. 57 homers on the night, but this 23rd blast right here in the final round gave him the victory over Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Dodgers Jock Peterson fell to Guerrero in the semifinals, hitting 39 blasts after 3 tiebreakers. That's tiring. Well, the U.S. women's national team continues their dominance, and I'm proud to be an American today, aren't you? Winning back-to-back World Cup titles, proving they are worthy of all of our attention. The U.S. women's national team has won its 4th World Cup title. The U.S. defeated Netherlands 2-0, becoming back-to-back champs. Megan Rapinoe, who missed the semifinal match against England because of a hamstring strain, scored that first goal there. Then Rose Lavelle scored the second strike here. In this year's tournament, Team USA scored 26 goals, setting a new record for a single edition of the Women's World Cup. And now it's about being heard off the field.
I think it's so evident more today than ever that we do need to use our voice for what we believe in and for the opinions that we have, and I think we've been able to do that in a great way.
We understand what kind of stage we're on. We're very aware of the attention that we have, the platform that we have, and we are extremely aware of the power of winning and performing and doing so in the style that we always do.
And this team sure keeps winning, but the battle continues for these women as they fight for pay equality. From the field to the rink, there's a team here in town making moves during the summer as they get ready to compete for a 3rd straight national championship. They call themselves the Diamond City Miners, and they are spotlighting not only their sport, but also their city.
If you head over to Skateland during Bakersfield's hot summer days, it's more than just parties heating up on the roller skating rink.
It's like I change my shirt like 3 times. I have to do that because I sweat a lot. So that's part of the mentally preparing.
These days, the Diamond City Miners are those feeling the heat of Bakersfield and of competition. This junior roller derby team is putting their sport and their city on the map.
Definitely it's something that I like to brag about, like, oh yeah, we come from Bakersfield, and it was like, where's that? So nobody really knows about Bakersfield, so to say we're a homegrown team, yeah, it's really cool.
Having won back-to-back titles.
Because of the fact roller derby is not known by a lot of people. It was cool going to school and be like, I'm a 2-time national champion.
Roller derby can be a lot of things.
It's a mental game. It's really tough. It's a lot of teamwork and a lot of training.
But this sport is a different competitiveness because it's not, you're on 8 wheels. Not every athlete is on 8 wheels.
With the premise of the game for skaters, known as jammers, to score points by lapping other members. But for Bryce, it's all about the defense.
Because if we can hold their jammer back the entire 2 minutes while our jammer is scoring points, we've got the game in our hands.
Actually, it's a lot like other sports.
Defense wins championships 100%.
And this team is looking for a 3rd straight championship with competition coming up at the end of the month.
There's nothing I want more than to just win again.
For those of you who are still a little unsure, these athletes have a response.
I would tell them just to try it. Just try it at least once.
And those championships are July 26th and 28th in Loveland, Colorado. They currently rank 1st in the junior roller derby standings. Guys, I do not rank 1st. We have a snippet from the earlier show. I'm struggling. I know how to do the blades. I can't do the skates.
Have you ever skated before?
I've never. That was literally, I was first time in skates.
Yeah.
Because
Not
roller
the
blades.
wheels.
Yeah.
Right. No, those, I don't even think I could stand up in them, so I give you
What about
props.
ice? Have you tried ice yet?
I have done the ice.
Okay.
I've done the blades.
Ice, but not the
Ice hockey?
I've done ice blades. I can
like skating.
blades like roller blades,
the
ice
roller
skates.
skating you haven't tried.
Yeah,
Because
the
it's
4 wheels.
weird. It's 4 wheels. Listen,
But
no.
those are athletes.
Yeah.
Back to you guys,
There was
Diamond
a
City
time.
Miners. They are the athletes. Tim, next time I'll bring him.
I'll go with you. Stop forward.
Hey, not bad.
Man.
But I think tomorrow morning is maybe going to be some rollerblading weather. Pretty nice outside, but a warm up on the way. I'll let you know when. Coming up next.
Hey, it's Mike.
And Danielle.
Join us for 23 ABC, first at 4:30.
High Desert Recovery will have continuing coverage on the aftermath in Ridgecrest.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Elena Rush, tracking that Pacific storm and how it influences our weather here in Kern County on 23 ABC, first at 4:30.
Welcome back. Warming up.
Yeah, we are as we head into the later portion of the week. So what you felt today is very similar to what we will be seeing tomorrow. Right on track with seasonal, actually below seasonal, 94, 96 by Wednesday, and then up to the triple digits on Friday. Looks like the warmest day of the week is going to be on Saturday, 105, but then there's a slight downtrend in those temperatures. So
Yeah, 103.
yeah. Better than 105.
Better than 105.
Yeah.
Take that any day. That's it for us at 11. Thanks for being with us. Good night.